So I want to tell you about something that happened to me in class recently. So my prof, who is a white man, he told a story about how he was invited on a Zoom call for some important meeting. And when he got there, he was the only one with his camera on and everyone else had their cameras off. So he said to them, "Are you guys serious? Like, you invited me here and you don't even have the decency to have your cameras on?" So they all turned on their cameras, and some of them said sorry, some of them said thank you. Um, and they said, our generation has normalized turning the cameras off. And the prof says, quite angrily to the class, he says, "Well, I'll tell you what, it's not normal." And in that, I just, had to speak. I was like, I take issue with the fact that you're framing your personal needs as objective truths, right? Like, white men just get to live through life as if because the whole world caters to them, so they get to think that their personal needs are objective truths, right? So I said, you could have said, "Hey guys, I see everyone has their cameras off. I would feel more welcomed if everyone turned their cameras on, you know?" And then people could say, "Okay, sure, no problem. Glad to make you happy." Instead of everyone having to feel bad and say sorry for doing something that you didn't even they didn't even know. You didn't set that expectation. You're just expecting them to cater to your needs before you even say them because your needs are just objective truths. White men. They get to just make up shit and decide that it already existed. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. So then the prof started to get defensive, and I was like, the reason I'm speaking up is not to argue with you. It's not a personal attack. I'm just trying to, speak up for marginalized voices. And the best thing you can do to support us is to thank us for our input, right? You said your piece, I said mine. You can thank me for my input and then move on with the class. Yeah. And then everyone clapped. I'm lying. Yeah, no, so only half of that story is actually true. The first half happened in real life up until the prof said, "I'll tell you what, it's not normal." And then I didn't speak up. I just thought in my head, white man, white manning, which isn't helpful to anyone, but it's hard to speak up. It's really hard to speak up, but when you speak up, you get to make space for others to speak up, or others to feel like their needs are valid, and that we don't all have to cater to this small subset of people who rule the world. We spend so much time making bigots comfortable. For what? For what? Because it sucks when people argue with us. It sucks when people... Yeah. It's tough out there. But I'm gonna try to speak up more because it's not about me, it's not about them, it's about the people. It's about marginalized people feeling like we deserve to exist, about trans people feeling like we deserve to exist. In high school, I actually did speak up against transphobes. I was in some sociology class, and I was against 3 transphobes getting mad that there was a they them in a kids show, and I kept speaking up the whole time, and I was arguing with them, and it felt terrible because it was me against 3 transphobes, and the teacher just didn't do anything. And then I left that class feeling like shit. But then later, a friend who wasn't even in that class came up to me and she congratulated me. She's like, "Congratulations." I'm like, "For what?" "For what?" She's like, "My friend who was in that class said that you stood up for trans people, and that's so great. Thank you." Like, like, we have to speak up more. I have to speak up more. Because, fuck everyone else. Fuck everyone else. They can all think I'm crazy. They already do. They already do. I don't care if they think I'm crazy. Like, trans people deserve to exist. They deserve to feel heard. And if I can help, even in one little class, that means a lot. And just, yeah. Like, I love trans people. I love us so much. Fuck everyone else. Fuck everyone else. Like, everyone thinks that cis people matter the most, so why can't I think something else? You know? Yeah. Yeah. Speak up. Speak up. Fuck everyone else. They're gonna call you crazy. You know what it feels like to be the crazy one. So do I. You're not alone. Thanks. Yeah. So I'm making this video to make up for the fact that I didn't speak up. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. You know? And every time you do it, that's practice. That's practice. Like, no more making bigots comfortable. Fuck them.